Hey guys! Fuzz flying through the air. I hope that you are interested in DIY makeup like I am. Today we're going to do a really simple one. Having my cell phone in here would be really handy. Let me go get that. We're gonna start out with a DIY setting spray. I have done a lot of research and I've known for a while that rose water was something really special. A lot of people will just use that to soothe the skin, to moisturize. I don't know why it works, but they say it's a miracle product. I've been doing this for a few weeks and I'm really impressed. I have super sensitive skin, and so I have to be really careful when I try out a new product. I'm just now coming through the breakups. I've just now made it through the breakup, the breakups, and now my skin is sort of on the mend, and so I'm going to bring you guys some products that hopefully don't break me out. I've been trying them out for a little while and I don't have a reaction to them so far, and they're, well, most of them are natural ingredients, so let's just jump right into it and see what we got. Okay, so the easiest thing to do, the first thing to do is to buy a pre-made, did I tell y'all that? I have 3 recipes that we're going to try out today. Well, actually 2 recipes, and then a third you can just purchase something and use that for a setting spray. So I guess that's not really a recipe, but we're gonna count that anyway. Okay, so the first thing to do, wait for my dog to quit digging to China. Okay, so for the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to completely start from scratch and make our own. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with just some distilled, purified drinking water. You can use tap water, but tap water has all kinds of funky stuff in it. At least ours does here locally, and I know that because we have one of those filters that you put on the house that kind of filters out just the regular drinking water. It is so gross, y'all. It's disgusting. There are flakes and hunks of nasty crud floating in that. So if you don't filter your tap water, you should consider doing it. I know that it's doing a really good job because when my husband changes out the filter, my hair just deflates and melts, and that's because it's finally clean and it doesn't have all the mineral deposits still left in the hair. So I would highly advise you guys filtering that. That's just a side note, but it's just something that completely grossed me out and I never knew existed and that it was important. So you don't want that spraying on your skin. We are going to make our own rose water. Rose water is something that they've used for years and years and years in the beauty industry. Most of your store-bought manufactured setting sprays have glycerin in them. So we're gonna take it a step further. We're going to start off with rose water and then we're going to add some glycerin. If you wanted to, you could distill your own rose petals. I have no clue how to do that. If you know how to do that, give me directions, let me know what to do with there. I'm just interested in purchasing pre-made rose water. Digging. Okay, so we're going to make our own rose water toner kind of from scratch. So the first thing you want to do is just get a little spray bottle. I'm using an empty hard candy setting spray. It's 2.2 fluid ounces, and so that's kind of why I'm wanting to. Hey! Mojo, stop! That's why I'm wanting to start with it, because I should be able to just cut this bottle in half and measure pretty easily, so that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing that you want is you need some type of toner that does not have alcohol in it. We don't want alcohol because that's going to dry your skin, and you don't ever want that. Well, this has alcohol in it. Okay, let's back up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start with witch hazel that I think this just came from Walmart. That's just like a toner, and I'm going to put in this jar. Let's see, are we focused? Okay, we're going to try to pour, oh gosh, this is gonna be a mess. You're doing like 1 part of our toner and then 1 part distilled water. So that's coming up next. I just have bottled water. And I'm gonna try to fill this. I've filled with my witch hazel. I filled to probably here, and then I tried to stop right in here with my distilled water. So as long as you're kind of close. So now we have half witch hazel and half filtered water. And then I also have rose oil, rose essential oil. Essential oils, if you've never dealt with those, they are super concentrated, distilled versions of the actual product. So this is kind of equivalent to making your own rose petal water, like distilling rose petals. And so this is already done for us. This is just rose essential oil. Now I don't want a ton of this in here. I just want maybe 5 drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, woohoo! Or a lot more than that. No, that should be 5. All we have in here is just like 5 drops of the rose oil, half toner, half distilled water, and a little of the rose oil. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good already. Okay, so now you could just stop here. If you just wanted just a rose oil, just kind of for skin refreshing, that kind of thing, you could stop here and be done. But I want this as a setting spray. So we're just gonna add a few drops of glycerin. You can get it at any pharmacy, just regular old glycerin. Oh, this one has I thought I had to use a little squirty thing, but it doesn't. It has a great little dropper, so that works out perfectly. And then now I'm just gonna we're gonna start with, let's say 6 drops of the glycerin. And this all depends on what size bottle you're working with. This is not a super huge bottle, and I don't want it to be tacky on my skin. Now you could make it tackier by adding more glycerin. So on the lower end, you're just going to get a nice dry down that's gonna finish off your powder and set your makeup and make your makeup last and stay. If you add more drops, that's going to be more moisturizing. Glycerin is a humectant. It's going to add moisture. And so the more you put in here, the more dewy that it's gonna be on your face. So if you like a dewy look, you could add a little more. You could do 10 drops. I'm just gonna do 5, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do 5 to start with, because I don't want it to just be super sticky. And then just shake it up. You're going to have to really shake that up because it is going to want to separate out. So you're gonna have to just kind of keep doing that for a few days, shake it up, and we're done. I mean, that's great. Let's see if it's gonna hurt my lights if I spritz my light behind me. Oh, it smells so good. That rose oil is beautiful. That smells so good. Okay, so just like any other setting spray, you just want to let that dry down and you are good to go. If you want to start and kind of skip some of those steps, here's what you would do. You could buy this, I have no clue how to say this word, S-O-O-A-E. Actually, it's S-O-O''AE. It's a revitalizing rose mist. Now, I got this from Walmart. This is a huge bottle. 6.76 ounces, huge bottle. This is just a revitalizing rose mist, it says, but it's not really the type of setting spray that I really wanted. I like my setting spray that's gonna set in my makeup, lock it in, make it last for hours. You could just use this on its own if you wanted, but I like to give mine a little more staying power. So with this 6 ounces, that's a pretty big bottle, and it has a great sprayer on the top. We're gonna add a little of that glycerin to it. Now I would say for a bottle that big, let's go with 20 drops. And this is just kind of hit or miss because, like I said, it depends on how much of the base product that you have. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20 drops of glycerin for this bottle. Simple as that. Did I tell you guys this was $7.83 at Walmart? And you shake that up. Now, my skin has dried down so good from the one that we made ourselves. This one works just as good. You just want to make sure that glycerin is incorporated and mixed in really well. Now you have a setting spray that all you did was add a little glycerin to that. Now, like I said before, you can just purchase rose water if you want to and do the same thing. So now, if you didn't want to deal with either of those things, if you didn't want to deal with buying a pre-made rose water mist, or starting completely from scratch making your own, you could just do this. This came from Amazon. I don't even have the package open. It's a 2-pack for $14.67. 16 ounces. 16 ounces of setting spray. You guys, I don't even have anything to open this with. $7.25 for an 8-ounce bottle. Do you realize how big that is? I'm trying to think, where's my Urban Decay? I don't have that in here. This is the hard candy setting spray that is 2.2 ounces. So that is a fourth the size, and I believe this is $7 for this little bottle. This is by Heritage Store is what it's called. This is rosewater and glycerin already prepared. The only thing that kind of makes me a little nervous, or it did make me a little nervous when I got it, I thought I'm not really sure about putting a pink product on my face, because then you know that it has artificial coloring in it. It's the bottle. The bottle's pink. This solution itself is clear. Can y'all see that drip right there? Oh, it smells so good. It smells beautiful. Gosh, it smells good. What it has in here is some kind of crazy water. Vormag water. It says water that has been vortexed and magnetized to raise the energy to a higher vibration that we believe to be more beneficial. Extra Vormag water, or whatever it is. Okay, so then it says it has natural vegetable glycerin and rose oil. And so that's what it has in here. This is more natural because it doesn't have the toner, it doesn't have the witch hazel part. So it's just rose water and glycerin. And you can buy it already done. Y'all, this stuff works just like your favorite setting spray. And then there's no dilution, no concoction, no wizardry involved. And you get Vormag water. You know, I mean, hey, what better than that? Just layer my face all up. I just want to see kind of how the atomizer is. Great, yeah. Okay. How about that for a setting spray? You don't have to do anything for $14.67 or whatever that was. This I paid I told you guys earlier what it was. Let me look. $7.83 for the one that was just the rose water mist that we added a little glycerin to. You don't even have to do that. Just rose water by itself is supposed to be a great setting spray, but I like to have just the little extra adhesion, just the little extra grab. And then we completely made our own. Just 1 part of your filtered water, 1 part of your toner. Try to get one that's an alcohol-free. You don't even have to put the rose oil in there, but rose oil just has such good properties for your skin, and a little glycerin. All right, so now I have more setting spray that I could possibly know what to do with. Okay, just to prove that it works as good as I say it does, let me get a brush here. Oh, these bangs. Okay, so just to prove that it works how your MAC Fix Plus would work, I have just a palette. This one is Chocolate Rose Gold palette. If y'all haven't seen this palette, it is beautiful. Oh, and it's so pretty. Okay, one way that you could use your fixing spray would be to foil some eyeshadows on. So let's see, which one do we want to use? Let's go with the one that we made. Well, we made several. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna spritz your brush with that like you normally would. And then let's see, let's do this kind of goldy greenish color. Pick that up on your brush just like you would normally foil that. And then can you guys see how well that works? Perfect. To foil your shadows, right? Just spray some more. Now, I've used everything that we've made like 4 times on my face. So my makeup should be set for the next, ooh, don't eat it. Ooh. Okay, so my makeup should be set for the next month. I think my makeup will last for weeks and weeks and weeks. Okay, so hopefully that is a trick. At least if you don't want to make your own, you can buy it semi-made or buy it completely made. So go ahead and get started on that, you guys. All right, so if you liked this video, I am I'm all about DIY. I love making things myself. And I had a friend one time ask me, like, why do you do that? You could go buy it yourself. You could go buy it already made. Why do you have to make it yourself? I don't know. I just like the satisfaction of knowing that I made it myself, or hey, I can do that, or I don't know. I just like to do things the hard way. Maybe that's it. No, this is not hard at all. This is super easy, super simple. I'll have links below to the things that I can find. Now, I'm not sure that this is something that Walmart carries all the time. I just happened to find it, but you could find rose water anywhere and make your own. So that gives you, you're that much ahead. Now, these essential oils you can order from Amazon. You can get rose oil to make your own, and then you have enough to make years and years and years supply all at once. So it'll be enough to get you all set up. If you like this video, if you like DIYs, if you'll please subscribe. I have tons more DIYs in the works, kind of lined up for us. So just subscribe and stay tuned for those. All right, y'all have a good afternoon. Bye, guys.